welcome back to Redline Revs. This is my Seat Leon Cupra R. It's a 2004 1.8T BAM, and today what we're doing is getting new rear brake discs and new rear brake calipers on the car. So going to do both those jobs at once and take a closer look at the discs and the calipers and get them on the car. Now the rear calipers on these are just standard VW ones. Mine are seized, so we're going to be changing those and showing you how to do that. What I've got here is a set of cheapo replacement ones that I got on eBay, and these were really cheap. So after I've had them on the car for a while, I'll let you know how I get on with them. But they're also already painted red, which is kind of handy because it saves us a bit of work. So we'll get those on the car and show you how to do that, a little DIY guide. And if you find this useful, please make sure you show your support by subscribing. Let's just take a closer look at these calipers. Nice chunky piston in there. They're already wound back. The paint seems nice enough. It is flaking or chipping in some places, as you can see there, but to be honest, with the price that these were, I'm not really that bothered. And you get your new caliper pins as well with it, and bolts. Getting these rear brake discs and brakes on the car and showing you a little DIY guide on how to do that yourselves. I've already got the fronts on the car, and there's a video on how to do that, so you can see that on the channel. And if you find this useful, please make sure you comment, rate and subscribe. Now let's get to work. First thing to do is to jack up the car safely. Got my cousin here just jacking up the car. So I've been driving this car without rear brakes now for some time. The front brakes were actually capable enough to stop the car even with hard driving. Rear calipers are seized. We're going to sort that out, but we're also going to change the rear discs to these drilled and grooved N-Tech, which I already have on the front, and there's a video of doing the front Brembos on these Cupra Rs on the channel as well.
There's my seat, bro.
Yeah, that's a pro tip. Use the wheel as your seat.
Alright. Start. Spanner for this, bro.
What size is that?
This one.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is like a 17.
17.
Or 30.
Okay.
Full.
Put those out.
So levering this off. You see your pads have been jumped.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I can feel it's not been breaking from the back. And those pads have been in there for like forever and not really worn down.
Nothing's happened to them. Even with this. Them splines.
Oh, see, what is it? Allen key at the back?
Yes, at the back.
Yeah, that's it. Nice.
Because what happens with them, the dust and that gets stuck in it and it gets rusted.
So this is a carrier roof.
The caliper carrier.
Right, so these are the Allen key bolts that secure the caliper carrier. Caliper carrier off. And caliper hanging.
T27.
One T27 there for the disc, and then you've got your brake discs off.
Yeah.
Look at that piston, the surface
It's
area.
all come out, that's why it's all pushed out.
Right.
And the rubber's come out with it as well. And all the dust has gone in it.
Right.
And it's basically just trapped in it.
No wonder they're seized. The car's done 120 something thousand miles. So, you know, those rear calipers have done their job. It's the VW calipers on the back, and it's got Brembo calipers on the front. The Brembos are still working perfectly fine, like nothing's wrong with them. The front stops really hard, on point every time, but the rears after 120,000 miles have failed.
Yeah.
So my cousin here is a professional mechanic. You know, I'm just a hobbyist and dabble, but he works a lot faster than me. I'm getting old now and I don't really have much time anymore, so thanks for coming down and helping
You're
with this,
welcome,
bro.
Anytime, man. Family comes first, bro.
Safe, man. So yeah, he's got a nice car as well. This is the BMW 218i convertible, which is a lovely looking car in a beautiful color as well. So that's a soft top rear wheel drive. It's a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder petrol unit with a twin scroll turbo. Produces about 140 brake horsepower. Lovely car, lovely little car. Looks beautiful, really nippy around town, and also capable on the motorway. So that's the same engine that's in the Minis, and actually it's still quite capable in these BMWs, so we'll probably do a video on this car at some point, just telling you what it's like and showing you more of it.
13 mil for the pipe for the caliper.
Okay, that's coming off. So today we're changing the rear calipers and the discs as well and pads. Nice.
A Phillips screwdriver. I need to open this
I'll see.
so I can put this in here. So there's a clip that holds the handbrake cable here, and this is this clip here. And all we have to do is my screwdriver. I got it.
So you
Have to basically lever it
yeah.
till you get the handbrake cable.
Yeah, pry the clip and then try to push the cable out.
I see.
Right, so we managed to get that handbrake cable out. There was a slip that had to be lifted up, and then the handbrake cable sort of slides across and underneath it, and we just had to sort of pry the clip back and push the handbrake cable down with a screwdriver and just get it underneath. But that was a bit of a pain, but it's done now.
Wait,
Right.
look at this. This is your handbrake working. Watch this. Watch it.
Oh wow, yeah. So that clip was really jammed.
And look how far
on the
that
old one.
gap is, because that one is stuck over here.
Yeah.
So
It
this-
wasn't all the way down.
Oh,
So that's a new caliper, and we're gonna
Can you have
first.
some tissue? I'll just wrap it around here so
Yeah.
I have no leak.
So tissuing up our leaking pipe. That's the fluid pipe to the brakes. We got that clamped as well.
Yeah, there's two.
And now we're going to get the handbrake cable into the same clip that we pulled it out of on the new caliper. It's a simple slide in job.
Is your handbrake on or off?
Handbrake is up.
Sorry, I wasn't coming out. Do you want to put it down?
Yeah.
No, really. That's why it was jammed.
That explains quite a bit. So we just had a big battle with the handbrake cable there, so if you are doing this job, then don't be forgetful like us, and make sure you put the handbrake cable down before you start on full start. So now we've got the cable going into the new caliper. Just pull the spring clip back and tuck the cable through it. And there you go. Handbrake cable is on. Right, so we've now got both the handbrake cable at the bottom and the oil feed at the top to the brake caliper back on. Now this has a washer. The washer sits on the caliper below the banjo bolt. So make sure you put that in, and this has to be in at the right angle, so make sure you hand tighten it initially to get it in right before you machine tighten. So there, new caliper is hanging on there. We've got the new discs. These are the M-Tech drilled and grooved, going on the rear. I've already got those on the front, so I'll show you what they look like with my really messed up wheels as well. Still need to do those, but they're drilled and grooved. Yes, I know the wheels are in a state. I need to do that. I'm gonna hopefully do that this summer. So the brake disc retaining bolt goes in. What size did you say those were?
Which one? That was a T27.
27. Giving the caliper carrier a bit of a clean with a wire brush. Just get any sort of bits off it. I've also got a video on painting brake calipers in situ, so you don't have to take them off the car to do that. So it's one of my earliest videos on the channel actually, so do check that out if you are thinking of painting your calipers. And at some point I'm going to recondition the Brembos on the front of these and do a video specifically on that as well. Of course, every time you change discs front or rear you need new pads.
Oh, can you get clips?
Oh, we have got clips. Sweet. They come with the pads. Great, so we don't need those. Okay, so one seater at the top.
I need to come in the box.
Yeah.
Does Brembo always give parts with their stuff?
Yeah, so these are the Brembo OE replacement pads, which I use. They, they give me really decent life, I think, at least on the backs, and they bite well enough. Right, so we've got the brake disc holding, the brake pad holding clips in, and the new brake pads, and this winding tool as well. There's a handy little thing to have. For the brake caliper piston. So in the packet we've got new sliders, the little rubber sleeves that go over them, and also new caliper bolts as well.
Oh man, it's leaking.
Now what, the oil fluid pipe? The brake fluid pipe?
Yeah, I need to put this.
So the sliders go in there with the rubber gaiter. And we've got new bolts for the caliper into the caliper carrier.
Very hard for it to sit.
What's that?
It's very hard to sit on. The pipe we have to do. I didn't put the padding.
Oh yeah, in the front. There we go, nice pads on. Caliper.
Not moving, bro.
Yeah, there we go.
I need 2 hands, man.
Okay, so this essentially involved gunning the caliper bolt through the slider while I'm holding it. He was doing that from underneath and behind, and holding this slider bolt with the spanner while doing it. We've tightened up the top and bottom, and the pipe's connected, handbrake's connected. That's a new caliper on with a new disc. And that's a new caliper and disc on the car.
Recording.
Okay.
What's it? Take the pipe.
So the bleed nipple is just right there at the back, and he's gonna use this flathead to, there we go, the nipple is exposed now.
Oh, the nipple is exposed.
Nipple is exposed, isn't it? Got his little bleed tools.
Oh, 10.
What size is it?
It should be 10, I think. Not 10. 11.
11.
Yeah. Alright, along. Some fun and breathe. Pump the foot brake. Down. Down. Pump. Down. Pump. Down. Pump one more time. Down. That's it.
So we just bled the brakes, pumping the brake at the same time. There's the BMW 218i convertible, soft top. Beautiful car. Yeah, so that's it. On the other side as well, we got the new caliper, new discs on the car. Just going to bleed these brakes both sides, and we are done. So that's how you do it. That's how you change the rear brake calipers and the rear brake disc. Sorry, I know the car is a mess. It's not my daily anymore. I'm just trying to get everything sorted on it now. So there we have it. New discs, new brake calipers. Yes, the wheels need to be done. I know, don't worry. We're going to do it all bit by bit. This is Redline Revs. Make sure you comment, rate, subscribe. Please do stay tuned. Lots more coming up on this car, on this BMW, and another BMW as well. Stay tuned. We've got some interesting things going on right now.